Episode dives deep into the minds of entrepreneurs and iconic personalities from all walks of life, revealing the stories and strategies behind their success. Whether you're a seasoned business owner or just starting out, you'll find valuable insights and actionable advice to help you thrive. Tune in every week for powerful interviews, game-changing ideas, and the motivation you need to conquer your goals. Don't just dream big, live big. Subscribe now and get ready to transform your business and your life with Business of Life.
Welcome to Business of Life podcast in association with Chelsea Monthly Magazine. My name is Jordan, and we are joined by some special guests here today. Guys, you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, hello, I'm Evelina Gerling.
Hi, I'm Donny Fierro. We are the co-founder of the London Cabaret Club.
London Cabaret Club. And I think the first thing we should say is actually say congratulations. You guys are celebrating your 10th anniversary of the London Cabaret Club. We're going to go to the past, but how does it feel? 10 years. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels fantastic. It's quite momentous having 10 years in the business. Yeah, it's quite an achievement. Very, very proud.
Yeah,
amazing.
actually,
So London Cabaret Club, you go on.
Yeah, no, it's slightly longer, but 10 years at the Bloomsbury Ballroom. And we did some pop-ups in Mayfair and Chelsea before just to taste the concept.
Amazing, amazing. Now, I've attended London Cabaret Club a few times in the past, so I've had a really good time there. So I'm very frequent. But let's go back to the very, very start. What gave you the idea to start the London Cabaret Club?
Well, when Donny and I met, we were kind of, we talked about starting a unique business together. But what we noticed there was a gap in the market in London. There wasn't a place that we could go to, and because we're both big lovers of the theatre, musical theatre, but it wasn't an all-in-one kind of a venue where you could go for a whole evening for dinner, show, and stay on, and party afterwards. So we came up with this concept together from both our backgrounds, decided that we'd test the market, which was, over 10 years ago, and trialed it, which was a great success. And yeah, here we are today, 10 years later.
Yes, Evelyn and I, we love theater, we love good restaurants, and we love nightclubs. And then we decided to put all together in the same place that you don't have to take taxis anywhere. So, but the challenge was, and it still is, just to have a good quality in every single department. So we need to have a very good show with a very good service, very good food, and that's what we have achieved. Hopefully, that's what you think when you come to the London.
No, I've reviewed it. I've been there a few times, and it's really a mix of everything that you expect to have a fun night out. You've got the drama, you've got the dancers, you've got the amazing singers, you've got the acrobats coming. You don't know what to expect, and obviously you've got the delicious food as well at the same time, and cocktails, all of that. How long did it take for you to put the cast together and put the show together? And who came up with your idea? Because obviously, if you're doing a theatre show, it's quite high intense. You need to be very experienced. So how did you come up with the whole idea of the show itself? And does it change every week, or is it the same show that you do?
Well, the shows change seasonally, so we change them, winter. Well, they change every 3 or 4 months. According to the season, and you explained about the cocktails and the menu are all designed according to the theme of the show. So how long does it take to produce a show? I would say, a good 2-3 months to kind of do the whole concept, and then rehearsals probably take a month or 6 weeks. But Johnny can explain about the cast, I think.
Yes, actually, we normally do open auditions that we have around 300 dancers coming to auditions, a lot of singers, like 100 singers, and a lot of specialty acts. So London and New York are the two biggest cities of entertainment. So for us, it's not difficult to bring artists for the auditions, and that is a plus, being in this amazing city. And then for the concerts, in the beginning it was sort of easy because when we did the Best of British Pop, as we all know, the British music is so big in the world. So we did this concert, and then we did James Bond show, and it's a beautiful music and concert as well. And then later on, we were more creative until the last show that we did, Roxy Road Chicago, which is something more musical side, but we did a cabaret twist into that.
We've produced about maybe 12 different shows to date, and we do specialty shows, which means we do New Year's Eve. It's always the biggest night of the year for us. Valentine's show, Halloween show, and the occasional kind of specialty shows that we do. But throughout the season, like you've probably noticed, you can come back and see our top favorites. At the moment, as Donny pointed out, it's Roxy Rock Chicago is playing. And we have the most amazing summer show coming, Copacabana. It's one of my favorites.
Amazing. Now we obviously we have the office in Kings Road, but we also have a branch office in Holborn at Theobalds Road, 42 Theobalds Road, which is literally next to
Yes.
you guys. So anytime I get invited, I just walk through.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned when you first started, you had pop-ups in Chelsea, Mayfair. How did you find home at Bloomsbury venue? How did that all come about? Is that your venue, or you literally had permanent residency in there?
Well, no, it's our venue. We started, like Donny said, in Mayfair as a pop-up, and then we did a month's residency in Chelsea. And when we were looking for a venue, we really needed, certain requirements. Obviously, we needed we had 360 stage, so we needed a very large space with height for ceilings for aerialists. The Bloomsbury Ballroom, which is the venue, came up on the market, and it's kind of seemed to fit very well with us. It's an amazing Art Deco Grade 2 listed, ballroom, and it still has an original sprung floor there. We have 3 different spaces, two bars, and the Bloomsbury Ballroom itself. But yeah, the space itself was what sold it to us. It seemed to fit, our concept.
Yes, after the Chelsea pop-up that we did for a month, we have a very special guest, or a lot of special guests. One of them was Simon Cowell and Sinita, and a lot of them came to watch the show. Amazing. And then sort of like they blessed the concept. They loved the experience, they loved the evening, and that reassured us that we need to do this concept properly in London. And as Evelina said, we were trying to find a venue similar to the one that we did. And then I think when we saw the Bloomsbury Ballroom, 1920s Art Deco venue, that is a big plus. When people go, beside the experience, just being in this building is a big plus.
And as you've experienced, Jordan, it's quite a spectacular, glamorous venue. And we've actually done a Gatsby show. That's one of our favorites. It comes around every Christmas. And people love it because the venue itself lends to the theme again.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. And so obviously it has been very successful. You mentioned Simon Cowell, I know very well, with Sunita as well. They've been to a few things that we've done. I've seen a lot of other celebrities pop in, and so sometimes they don't want to show your face. They're literally just having the greatest time privately, which is always great. What is like for the next future, so the next 10 years from now, what's your plans to kind of make sure this concept keeps growing? It obviously is a London Cabaret Club. Are you going to see a New York Cabaret Club, or is there going to be an expansion into different places, maybe Dubai or anywhere else?
Well, the idea was always to create something that's sustainable and we can roll out to an international market. So we have done 2 residencies outside of the UK. First one being we did Dubai. So we did a 6-week show in Dubai, and we did the Carlton Hotel in Cannes one summer, 2019. So we've done 2 residencies outside, which proved very successful to those 2 markets. So the idea, yes, is to expand LCC to the international market. New York sounds great to us. The New York Cabaret Club.
Yeah, we are always looking for the right partners. We have plenty of ideas. And then in the UK itself, we want to tour with one of our shows. And Evelina said, we already tested in Dubai, was a big success, and hopefully New York. We are also trying to expand in the same concept we're trying to do the London Cabaret Club Studios. So we do dance classes, singing classes, and then just grow the business in different ways, but have always the same artistic essence.
Amazing. I mean, it's really, really exciting. I always, when we speak to a lot of entrepreneurs, we're always very excited because it really inspires a lot, especially on our audience in terms of Chelsea Month. You have a very, very seasoned entrepreneurs, and everybody's journey is so different. In your journey in entrepreneurship, what would you say has kept you going on? Because you know every single entrepreneur, from Richard Branson to Mark, everybody you interview, you know, they've faced their own different kind of challenges. And of course, you're in the events industry. You know, I know the events industry very well. You know, one day the cast member might have a headache, and that's the key cast member you need, and you have to find a replacement like that. So what kind of keeps you guys level-headed and keeps you guys going through all the challenges and making sure you're successful year after year?
Well, I think really you have to have the drive and the passion for what you're doing. You know, if you have that, I think you can overcome obstacles and find solutions to problems. But I think the key for us is really to enjoy what you're doing, have fun, meaning, and you know, have a great passion for it. We have a lot of passion for the arts, obviously, for our cast members and the show itself, but also for our audience. Donny and I love watching, you know, our audience members and their reactions to what we create. You know, we're creating for the pleasure of our audience, and I think that's kept us going. But I think adaptability is really important, and flexibility, especially through something like the pandemic. You know, we had to really adapt very quickly to basically stay in business. That was really important, and come back from the pandemic with a new vision and new rules. Really, you know, we had to kind of adapt the business very quickly.
Yeah, anybody who is in hospitality, they know it's very challenging to run hospitality. And anybody who is in entertainment is very challenging. Entertainment. Two together is a massive big headache. And then we have met a couple of big challenges, but we went through it. And what we motivate us recently is the support of the government, the support of the journalists, the support of the audience, that they believe what we do, that they believe this is a professional show. And then sometimes people mislead the cabaret. Cabaret means any kind of hot drinks, food with any kind of entertainment. So when people come to the London Cabaret Club, they're going to see a very professional show, a production show. The cast is bigger than some of the Western shows. And then we have audience from 8 years old until 90 years old. We have like 2 months ago our 90th birthday. So anybody can come. You go with the colleagues, with the family, and you feel welcome, and you don't feel any, awkwardness watching our shows.
No, that's amazing. Now, I wanted to talk about a little bit about marketing as well. Marketing the show. You know that with Chelsea Monthly, for example, has a lot of readers outside of the UK that come to London, and they say, what is there to do in London? Is there any partnerships you're doing, so like with airlines, with hotels, etc.? Because I could see London Cabaret Club in position and in also the kind of top priority places where any tourist coming into London, your top 10 things you need to do is to go to the London Cabaret Club. Do you guys position yourself with airlines, hotels, or is that something that you guys have in mind to connect with in the future?
I think airlines is something definitely on the cards. Maybe Richard Branson can help us out there. We already already share with, but
I'll put a good word in for you.
Yeah, but we do collaborations and partnerships all the time. That is key to the business as far as marketing. Our social and digital marketing is quite strong, but we have partnered with known brands, makeup brands. We did MAC, for example. Offered the cast makeup for the shows, and we did a collaboration with them on socials, and a lot of other, I mentioned more, but a lot of other kind of known other brands that seems to work really well. This kind of collaborations with known brands. But yes, we do target hotels. And hotels are well known to us, concierges, and we get quite a bit of business with them through the holiday periods, especially Christmas time and New Year's Eve. When people are coming into town, they're looking for something to do. We from the beginning, the concept was about creating something iconic in London, and which would be known as an iconic venue. So I hope we've achieved that 10 years, but we're still obviously got lots of goals in improving that.
Amazing. Donny, Evelina, if anyone is watching now and they are obviously going to be reading the article of Chelsea Monthly and they're saying to themselves, we need to check out London Cabaret Club. What do they do? Where do they go to check out the club?
Well, obviously they can go to our website or our socials, Instagram page, the London Cabaret Club, and they definitely need to come and check us out. It is a great experience. I mean, we have a lot of customers who are coming back from season to season, seeing our shows, and we're very proud of that. It is a great experience. You're missing out. You have to make sure you come down to London Cabaret Club.
Amazing, amazing, guys. Donny and Evelina on the show today. Once again, congratulations on your 10th anniversary, and we wish you many, many more successful years in the future. And anytime I'm around Holborn, if I make it out of Chelsea and I'm around Holborn, I'm definitely coming out. That's my usual spot, so I'm loving it.
Yeah, you're going to be welcome to join anytime and experience it itself. We do 4 shows every year, so you have 4 times. You need to come 4 times.
Or more.
Well, don't worry about it. All the 4 times. Why not? All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Congratulations again on your 10th anniversary. Take care, guys.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay.